Hello, this is Liz with Stampin' on the Rock. Glad you're joining me today. The card I'll be creating with you today is this one. Okay, so let's get started. I'm using this stamp set, Happier Than Happy. Look how cute the bear and this owl are. There's a little fox there too, but they're just super cute. So Happier Than Happy, and then there are dies that go with it that are Happy Forest dies that will cut out the bear and the trees and the mushroom, and there's a label die here also, and all those pieces. So there's lots of pieces in there. So Happier Than Happy, and then the dies are called Happy Forest dies. All right, so we're going to set that aside. I'll be using the coordinated paper, which is called Happy Forest Friends. Let me just give you a little sneak peek at the different designs. You have some logs and some acorns and images. There's trees, bears and owls on one side, and then the other side has patterns and different designs. Okay, and that is called the Happy Forest paper, designer series paper. This stamp set and dies are in the annual catalog, so depending on when you're watching this video, through November 15th, which is yesterday, through November 18th, Friday of 2022, the stamp sets and dies are on sale right now, so you can go to Stampin' on the Rock and check that out. If you are watching this video past this date, you missed that, but it's still a great stamp set, and so check it out. All right, so that's in the annual catalog. All right, so the ink pads that I'll be using today are Sahara Sand, Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz, and Poppy Parade. Okay, put those aside, and I will be using Classic Matte Dots as my embellishment. All right, my paper pieces. I have So Saffron is my base, 8.5 by 11, cut in half. It's already been scored. So let me go ahead and fold that and press that down with the embossing folder. All right, we'll set that aside for the moment. My pieces are all taken from that paper pack. So this one here is 3/4 by 4.5. And then I have this one is 3/4 by 5. And then I have a piece of Old Olive, which is 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. Okay, so we'll set those aside for the moment. And then I have a piece of white that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, so a square. Okay, and I just have one piece of white scrap. This doesn't really matter the size. I'm going to be cutting out the owl and the stump, so as long as you can fit the owl and the stump on there, that's fine. So that's just a scrap piece. So let me go ahead and lay down these pieces. We'll do this first, and then we'll get to our stamping. I think I forgot to bring adhesive. Oh, you know what? Let's do this. We're going to use the Mono liquid glue today. The trick with the Mono liquid glue is you don't want to put a ton on, because then it gets like it gets soggy through your paper, and you don't want to do that. So you really just don't need a lot, and you don't want to do it too close to the edges or it will seep out. Okay, but otherwise it is a great glue. It does hold well. Don't think Elmer's glue, because that's not what it is. So I'll lay that one down. All right, let's do this one here. Thanks so much for those of you who have been sharing videos. I'm excited to say that subscribers have gotten up to 70 now, and I know it doesn't sound like a huge number, but I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with every one of you that's here, and I'm thankful to each of you that stops by and watches, and I really just hope that you are inspired to create and that you're learning some new ideas. All right, let's press that down. This is the Old Olive piece. My fingers are not working. My fingernails aren't working so well today. All right. If I've missed something, or if you have any questions about anything, feel free to comment below or shoot me a message, and I will be glad to get back to you. Okay, so that's our base at the moment. Okay, that's it. Let's do the stamping part. I'm going to set that aside. Let's do the stamping part. So I'm going to take this one here. Let's do the Poppy Parade. You know what? I think Poppy Parade is not what I want to actually use. I want to grab the coral. I don't want to do Poppy Parade. I'm going to switch out with the coral here. Just a little bit lighter color for the owl. Okay, so we're switching to coral. I'm going to stamp my owl in coral. If you want to make him brown, make him brown. You can use tan too, that's fine. So I'm just going to press him down here and back up. There we go. I'm just going to do him coral. All right, and then we'll close that up. Please know that this is a distinctive stamp. I've talked about this once before. Let me show you this. Distinctive stamps have shading in them. So when you go to stamp them, they will not come out one solid, like saturation of ink. If you can see here, this bear, he's a little bit darker here and lighter in here. The stump here is darker on one side, lighter on that side. So when you go to stamp it, if there's that little variation in your saturation of ink, that's normal. That's how it's supposed to be. Ooh, excuse me. All right, the stump. Let's do the stump in Sahara Sand. Gonna ink that up. And we'll stamp that. And there we go. There's our stump. All right, and then I can take these at the same time right through the cut and emboss. This is the mini cut and emboss machine. Let's do this. Let me grab our dies here. Let's see. I have the owl and the stump. So we can put these on at the exact same time. Set those on there. If you have a problem with them staying where they're supposed to be, you can set them on here and you can put a post-it note over top. And that will help keep everything in place. But I'm just going to try very carefully to lay this down and then pump this through. My boards are a little bit warped, and when they're warped, you can just push it down. There we go. You can push down on it and get it to go back through. All right, that's it. Let's get that out of the way. We'll pull this off of here. And let's set that aside. All right, so here's my little, I'm falling apart here, guys. All right, so here's my stump, and there's my little owl. How cute are they, right? Okay, let's do the stamping. I'll pull out my square, and I'm going to use Old Olive for the tree. And then I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz for these little ferns. So Old Olive. It's very whimsical, so really don't worry about exactly where the placement is. All right, ferns. Add some ferns in here. That's it. Okay. So that's what I have at the moment. Let's close up those ink pads to keep them nice and juicy. All right, actually I want to go back to Sahara Sand because I'm going to stamp the words on the top. And I'm just stamping thanks. I feel like I can never have enough thank you notes. There we go. So there's our thanks. Okay, so the stamping part is done, so let's assemble that. And I'm going to take this, and let's put this, again, just make sure if you're using the liquid glue, don't get too close to your edges, and you don't need a lot on there. Okay, you can see right there what I have on. All right. Guys, I just realized I didn't put my light on here, like right on my... So let me just see if I can, so you can maybe get a little bit better view here. Let's see. Does that make it a little bit brighter? There you go. So sorry about that, guys. I'm not going to start over though, but there you go. All right, so that's a little bit brighter for you to see. And I'm going to put the trunk down just flat. This little stump. Okay. Put that right here. And I'm putting it off the edge a little bit. It's off the square. And then you know I love dimensionals. So this little owl, this little guy is going to pop up on the back. Just going to stick 2 dimensionals on the back of him. And pop that up. Look how cute he is. All right. We're going to put him on here. All right. And then we're going to add a couple little embellishments. Let me grab my scissors. The embellishments, if you just take them from here and pull straight up, a lot of times you'll leave the stickiness behind. So I'd rather like take my scissors and I'm like putting them underneath to pick up. And then I'm just adding these on the side over here. And you can put them wherever you would like to do them. I just did this card for a class and someone thought it looked a little bit like some owl poop. Maybe. But anyway, we're going to put it right here. So if that's what it looks like to you, maybe you want to put your, your embellishments somewhere else. But anyway, so there we go. That's our card for today. Hope you like that. And like I said, if you're watching this video between November 15th and November 18th of 2022, this stamp set and dies are on sale right now. And the paper actually also. So check that out. But even if it's not, enjoy the idea and go create something. Talk with you later, and thanks so much. If you like what you see, as always, hit that share button. I appreciate it. Talk with you later. Bye-bye.